Doctor, is the EMG report in this case something, as a treating orthopedist, that you rely upon in forming your opinion as to the conditions that the plaintiff suffers from? Yes. Would you share with the members of the jury the results of Dr. Fink's EMG? The report says that this is evidence of a radiculopathy clinically, more marked on the right. What does that mean, doctor? That there's a nerve root irritation at the lumbar 4-5 level on the right-hand side. Defendant's counsel, object, speaks for itself, Your Honor. The court sustained. What does 4-5 level mean? The lumbar area is L1 through L5, so the L4-5 is the next to the last level in the lumbar area. Are the EMG findings of Dr. Fink, as referenced by you in his report, consistent with your initial diagnosis of a lumbar, let us say, derangement with bilateral root irritation? Defendant's counsel, I object. The court overruled. Yes, it is. At some point in time, Dr. Post, you indicated that the plaintiff returned to work. Is that right? Yes, on August 14th. Did he, in fact, return to your office sometime thereafter? Defendant's counsel, irrelevant, Your Honor. The court, again, overruled. Answer it. Again, as I mentioned, the next time that I saw him was on November 5th of 97. When you saw him on November 5th of 97, did you take a history from Mr. Roy as to why he was back in your office? Yes. What did that history elicit, sir? He told me that on October 16th of 1996, he fell from a scaffold. He was taken by ambulance to the local medical center where he was admitted and remained for 10 days. I had the opportunity to review some of the hospital records which revealed... Defendant's counsel, just a moment. Objection. The court overruled. What did you learn about what Mr. Roy underwent at the Utica Medical Center? The court, what did you find out? Well, he had a severely comminuted and displaced fracture of the os calcis, which is the heel bone, and as a result of that, he was admitted to the hospital, and a few days later, he underwent an open reduction with internal fixation of this fracture of the heel bone. Dr. Post, I'm showing you what's been entered into evidence as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2A, the health care record. I'd like you to take a look at the operative report contained in that record that I've folded as the first few pages of that record, Doctor. Defendant's counsel, let's get to the point, counsel. The court, please do if you would. Do you see the operative report, sir? Yes, I do. Doctor, would you please tell us what you mean when you say open reduction? What is an open reduction, and what does that mean? An open reduction, when you have a fracture, means that the bone is operated on, the skin is opened, the bone is seen. Doctor, utilizing the surgical report that is now in evidence as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2A, would you describe for the members of the jury the nature of the surgical procedure underwent by the plaintiff at that facility? Defendant's counsel, object to the form. The court, subject to connection. Plaintiff's counsel, I will connect it, Your Honor. Well, as I just described, the skin was opened, the bone is exposed and visualized. Dr. Post, did you have an opportunity today to look at the complete set of medical films from that facility? Yes, I did. Did you pull from that stack of films several individual films that you feel would assist you and the members of the jury with respect to the nature of the surgical procedure and the nature of the hardware that was installed into Mr. Loy's left heel? Yes, I did. Plaintiff's counsel, with the court's permission, Your Honor, I'd like to use the shadow box, please. The court, we need you to go down there so the jury can see what you're doing. Take your time. This is an x-ray picture of the lower leg. Defendant's counsel, with the court's permission, could I situate myself so I can take a look too? The court, absolutely. What does the x-ray show? Now, on an x-ray, bone shows up as white because of the calcium that's present in bone, and soft tissue or muscles show up as a variation of gray and black based on their thickness. If the fat is very thin, it looks black. If it's thicker, it will look gray, but basically the bone shows up as white. Doctor, would you please show the members of the jury where the articular surface is between the calcaneus and the talus? I have to go. The problem now is because of the plate and the screws, it's hard to see. Of course, that area is covered, but if we come back to the original film that I showed you, defendant's counsel, Your Honor, can we have these marked? The court, you want them separately marked? Defendant's counsel, yes, please. The court, I think we can do that. What does this film show? This is before the plate is on, and as I said before, the articular surface is the joint. That's where the foot moves. Doctor, as an orthopedic surgeon, is it significant to you that there was an intra-articular fracture contained by Mr. Loy in this case? Whenever a fracture is intra-articular, which means the joint is involved, it will never be the same and it will always produce some loss of motion. Plaintiff's counsel, I have no further questions with these films at this time, Your Honor. The witness may resume the stand. The court, members of the jury, Exhibit 2B are the films from the Nassau County Medical Center. That's what the doctor has been showing you, and we marked these three separately, among them separately, because those were the ones specifically referred to by the doctor. Okay? Defendant's counsel, Your Honor, with your permission, while he's asking questions, may I look at the x-rays? The court, sure. You want them at your table? Defendant's counsel, yes, thank you. The court, sure. Dr. Post, what Mr. Loy returned to you, I believe you are talking about the first time he returned to you following his October 16th, 1996 accident. Is that correct? Yes. And what was the date that he returned to you following that accident? 11/5/97. When he returned to you on 11/5/97, that surgery you just described, the placement of the hardware in his left heel had already transpired? Yes. Did you make any physical observations about it?
A little tough, but I think basically I got it.